The jazz roots were in Chicago because the music came up, the Mississippi came up the river to Chicago, then went to New York. We would call that traditional jazz, and they were experimenting with that stuff. It migrated to Harlem in the 30s, and there were also in Greenwich Village. There was a guy in the 30s and 40s, and he was still alive in the 50s and into the 60s, named Maxwell Bodenheim, and he wrote so-called jazz poems. He actually performed not just with music, but by himself. The first big popularity of the whole poetry and jazz thing was in the 50s. As I said, there were jazz labels that actually recorded in the mid-50s, recorded stuff. I remember seeing on TV, I remember when I was a kid, and I remember seeing on the Steve Allen show, I remember here in LA, I remember seeing Kerouac was on there with Zoot Sims, and Kerouac, just Sims and Kerouac, and Steve Allen was playing the piano. They did a version of his thing called Visions of Cody, that's sort of real free-form prose. It's about jazz. So in the 50s, it got really, really popular as it became sort of a cliche that you went to a beat reading and you had beats, and then if it was a high-class beat reading, you had musicians. You had a combo, and various poets would go up there.